I think so. I think Army Geniuses they have a good chance of equalizing it here against Geek Slate for sure. Imagine you baited the players.
All right, we'll let you to it. We'll let you to it. we won't bother you anymore. All right, well, let's get a battle here. Are they gonna try to win this fight? There's a stun landing on to CML. Tusk is pretty low on HP, and first blood will go for Geek Slate. So I think we're not jinxing anything. He actually jinxed it himself. So for once.
If they weren't writing and responding to Panda, a Geek Slate agent here helping them get the phone down. Yeah, it was too optimistic there for sure for Army Geniuses.
Yeah. Well, laning stage is going to kick off with a very low HP Brewmaster in the bottom lane, starting off with an Orb of Venom, so he's got to regenerate first before he can get back into action. Positive side for the Brew. He's still a pretty tanky hero, but he's going to be in a bit of trouble here and surrounded by CML and DB, but he stands his ground. He doesn't try to go for a desperate escape from the ice shards, which you see a lot of players do. You get shard blocked, you know it's going to be there for a few seconds. Your instinct basically tells you, I should look for a wraparound from another direction, but that might also lead you further away from where you're trying to get. So just stand still, plays it calmly. It's like, all right, I will eventually get out of here. He will. On CML, though, Raji has turned around. He's already got max HP, and he will be able to help out Scam for the kill.
I like the point that you brought out for the shards. When the shards used to be 7 seconds, it made sense to try to run around them. But now, when on level 1 it's 4 seconds, it's almost always better to just stand your ground, especially if they're placed as well as CML did place them there at the start.
Yeah, it's something that is built into muscle memory for so many players on specific heroes. Like, we usually use Earth Spirit as the biggest comparison because it was a massive change to the hero where they swapped around the stuns and the slows between the rolling boulder and the kick.
I even now remember the cries of even some pro players. Oh, the hero is dead. Wow, the hero wasn't dead, of course, because the guys who make this game are geniuses, much more than the players and us as well. So they knew what they were doing.
And it's always funny that it is the players usually say, like, yeah, this hero, or like the community says, like, this hero sucks, but then it's usually the talent who think otherwise. I think it might have been Effie, I think, who brought up at some point. I was reading a tweet where she said, like, Earth Spirit feels like one of the most unbalanced heroes in the game. But I guess you really need to find a good game for it to actually have huge impact. Though
Long story short, talents are awesome and players have no idea about Dota. So yeah, that's our conclusion right now.
Okay, those were Harry's words, not mine. Oh, yeah, that's one miss.
He also got one denied. He's gonna be okay now.
All right, yeah. CML walks in. He's like, dude, can you get this guy off me, please? Support, do something.
And especially while the pull was happening, CML couldn't stop the pull, but he can stop the Lash from bothering DB. Overall, so far so good for Geek Slate in terms of laning phase. They should be doing well in these lanes, to be honest, because Force, well, he's a bounty hunter. He got a Ring of Health. He wants to go. It is going to be a Vanguard this game because there's a lot more physical damage that he has to deal with, especially on the top lane. He understands Lifestealer is going to be here for a long time, and you don't want to push him out with kills. You want to annoy him so much that you get him out.
Snowball. Oh, they actually dodged a nice stun from Leshrac here, but they can't close in the gap. They don't have any movement speed to get to the Brewmaster. If only they got the stun to connect from Skem, that could have been disastrous for Army Geniuses. Technically could have actually led into a kill. But CML trying to play aggressive here, keeps Skem on the spot. Now he's just tanking hits, but he wants DB to connect on him. He's got 20 stick charges. Shard block coming out. There's no Brewmaster for the time being. Cinder Brew is thrown in, and that's enough to force them away. Raji, low on HP, but so is CML. Skem was thinking about another Lightning Storm. He is low on mana, though.
DB and CML here, you know, a gladiator and a bouncer. What is their weakness? Where you spray them with beer and suddenly they can't move. So very smart approach here coming out from Raji to just keep them away. Nicely done. DB though is finally gonna start getting a ton of CS. But the thing is, these two heroes, they want kills. Raji? Oh,
Yeah.
nice snipe.
Yeah, not exactly any place to escape to there. DB's been practicing his headhunting skills.
Does make sense. Does make sense. You kind of saw Skem doing some headhunting in the previous games, so you're bound to learn. But still, the lanes relatively even. That first blood is the thing that's making the biggest difference here. So we're definitely gonna be getting a very interesting game here, Panda. Again, it doesn't come down to who wins the lanes. It's gonna come down to who moves better around the map.
Have you been looking at this top lane for the last half a minute? Every time Lifestealer is walking in for a last hit, Bounty just yoinks all the coins he gets basically from the CS he's picking up. I'm gonna look at net worth. Yeah, you can really see a difference here. Lifestealer's actually bottom, but in the mid lane they're gonna be fighting, stacking up on 2. Cox thinking about the Rolling Thunder here. He did cancel it with the shield crash, and now only uses it. He secured 1. Can't get Varish though, but it is a trade-off, 1 for 1. It is gonna be Yowie down though on this Tiny.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's not looking good.
Not really happy about in your dream situation here. There's quite a lot on the shoulders of this Lifestealer, but he's losing all of his gold. This 28th gold steal is, well, let's put it this way. Lifestealer gets somewhere around 35 to 40 gold or something like that per creep that he kills. Plus the range creep also gives a decent amount. Bounty Hunter steals 28 of that. So that leaves Lifestealer with 7 gold. That's like him farming a Kobold camp for 7 minutes in a row.
But they want to kill him now, and he doesn't have the Shadow Walk, so they won't need even a Dust.
Yeah, a bit of vengeance here. The Vanguard is creating
kill
force to be very tanky, though. Skem is here looking for the stun. Lifestealer punished for it. Force getting to live. The lift cancels the leap. Oh my god. Oh my god. That just happened. But that's right. That is cool to see that the Bounty Hunter, which again was a first phase Bounty Hunter, is causing issues for Army Geniuses. So it feels like they haven't quite figured the hero out. But Raji, the support Brewmaster, bloody hell, this is a tanky support. It's taking forever to kill him. Cox rotating in. They finally kill him off. And now fighting against 3 with the Pango. He's got a couple bottle charges. He has some raindrops. He's going to dodge the bonk. Here comes the spear, though. Tower's about to kill DB. The swashbuckle. Cox takes a double. Yoey's still on the chase, though. Has Avalanche. Has a toss available. Arrow flying in. He patiently waits his time. Goes for another swashbuckle. Tries to keep the Tiny away. He's trying to make a run for it. Varish has leap charges, but he's not going to have the nuke available with the Starstorm. Another swashbuckle nuke from him. And Yoey has spent this entire time running behind him with this Tiny. And they are now just getting outplayed almost, you could say, at this stage. He's still going for Cox and moving back to the mid lane, while Raji walks in between for the bottle refill for Cox.
And it even allows Geek to be super aggressive on the Lifestealer. You see the Mirana, you see the Tiny chasing this hero, and the Mars
goes back in.
And it's gonna be... He found him.
And the arrow's connected as well. This is a kill. He could throw the tree toss before the swashbuckle finishes to allow him to ulti. And Varish will get the last hit with a flying projectile going in. And that will be a needed kill for Army Geniuses, but damn, did that take a long time. Let's look at the Lesh situation. He's closing up on Bloodstone. Probably 2 minutes away from it. That's when the big snowball might just start to roll out. Gonna start hunting for kills, looking for objectives. He's got 3 points in Edict. Army Geniuses, they need this tower right now. Soon it's gonna be too late.
Raji is playing the role that In Your Dream wanted to play. Like, did you want to do this? Yeah, this is how you do it in your dream, not just running away from the lane like a coward as you did. This is just looking so easy for Geeks late here. It seems like they tactically destroyed Army Geniuses in this series. The game obviously isn't over, but Army Geniuses, they're gonna be needing massive amounts of kills, and at this point, getting them without losing some of your own is almost impossible. Against the bounty, that means it's still a loss.
DB looking for the spear. Does not connect on the Brewmaster. TP coming in from Cox. 4 heroes spotted in the bot lane. Now they have the extra protection here for Raji. Narman also moving in with the Rubik. I think they saw him with the ward. They could get themselves a pick here. Trying to keep Cox away, but the shards misses. Rolling Thunder is going to be activated. Snowballing away to safety. Cox is going to be on top of him. 2-man shield crash. Varus is a bit too far away for another connection, but they blocked the Tiny. Tiny's stuck. Tiny's stuck. He's able to toss him into the air, though. Brewmaster goes for the split. And now CML just tries to keep Norman away, but he's going to toss the Tusk in. Varus and Yowie trying to make a run for him. Varus is low on HP. He's only got one more lead charge, and here comes Force. And he's just going to follow up for the kill. He's just standing on top of him. He's not even going for the track kill. Onto the Tiny he goes to get themselves one. And now they will lose Raji finally, but he's already played his part. Now they just need to clean house. Army Geniuses, they need to fight back. Infest Bomb comes out. Huge swashbuckle from Cox. CML is about to fall. 3 seconds remaining. Lifestealer down in your dream. He is down. CML getting almost sniped. 40 HP. But here comes Force. He's literally a moving force here, and the snowball forces CML to walk into his death, and that's another track kill. And Marana just TP'd in. He's been scouted out. Force with 400 HP, toying with them, bullying with them. They found the ward as well with the courier being moved in at the same time by Narman onto the cliff. They ping it out. Arrow flying in, almost connects onto Force. They have Narman on the high ground. Yowie trying to battle it out with the bounty, but the bounty in the Vanguard. He's just taking 20 damage from this Tiny. A Fade Bolt connected just before the tree toss. So he's not even doing any damage with that tree that he's throwing in.
Force is untouchable. He is just a hero that cannot die. Every single spell was used on him. The spear, the arena. Let's go.
He's an unstoppable force.
I knew you were gonna say that, man. It was. I'm not gonna say that it was easy to read, Panda. I just know you so well. That's how it is.
We're gonna find Raji in mid though. The swashbuckle arrow does connect, trying to burst down the support brew. 300 HP, a lot of stick charges. Will heal himself up. Tree toss does connect. It will do a little bit of poke, but they've lost CML. 2 versus 3. The 2 are stronger.
Now, at this point, Army Geniuses are just happy when they're dying, not the track kills. But yeah, Force is back again.
The arrow will miss. Point blank range from Varus. It doesn't hit anybody. Losing the life of the Tiny, and he's being forced into tree line. Leap to the low ground. Force still trying to play a bit of a scout here. DP's around. They saw the life stealer. They're moving away. 11,000 lead again, just like last game.
I think it's even more. I think it's more. At 16 minutes in, it wasn't this much. Army Geniuses, last game, at least they could get some kills when they got a Blink Dagger on their mid laner. Now, Tiny's not even... I mean, he is close to it, but it's 17 minutes in, and that's a mid lane Tiny with 4k net worth.
And here is Force again to steal all your gold.
Not your tower. Not your gold. Everything is
Okay, they're going to walk in. DB doesn't pop the arena, though. And they're on the run. Might just lose this Mars here in the process. He could have actually dropped down a choke point ulti, allowing them to escape, but instead he's just gonna die.
You need kills. You need kills. If you're using your spells defensively, you're just gonna get dove or stay in your base. So you
already got dove.
But you have no way to fight back. Now you still, quote unquote, have a way to fight back. I don't think that you're getting back into this game. 12k goal lead, 17 minutes in is too much. You can't do anything. You can't kill any big hero. Yeah. It's just looking hopeless right now. And they picked heroes that can kind of always get kills, and they can't.
Lifestealer has half the net worth of this Leshrac. Half.
Yeah, that stings. That really stings. And Rubik is starting to take over them. There is a good chance by the end of this game, if Army Geniuses don't GG out fast enough, that Narman will be overtaking every single core of Army Geniuses.
Track is going to reveal their positions here. CML is already low. Force is just going to dive him under the tower. Snowball comes out, but he's still going to be down as soon as the next Shuriken flies in.
Good shards.
He's actually going to regenerate a bit here. The shards did keep him away, but the primal split, too much to deal with. A track kill secured. Raji gets the kill, and Bounty Hunter takes his share.
They have a smoke, but they're tracked. A kill?
They do have themselves the Brewmaster kind of out of position, but can they respond to it? Lifestealer down a half, no mana for Rage. And there's a Diffusal slow coming in out of all things. It is the Pango, not allowing the Lifestealer to escape. He did not have the mana to survive this one, but Force finally taken down. That's his first death.
To get outplayed, that's the power of the Tiny. Toss him back. Tier 2 still haven't fallen, so Army Geniuses, they want to strike back right now. There's no bounty, there's no track kills. If there was ever a time to fight, it's right now.
Do they have the courage for it, though? We have not seen an arena yet from DB. Does not have any vision. They're blind right now into that mid lane. They're going to lose control of their triangle. Raji already pushing out the bottom wave. They're setting their sights towards the tier 2 and the triangle area. Establish more vision into it. Just make sure Army Geniuses can't get back to farming this area at all. Lifestealer, he's heading right into a trap.
Oh, they might catch Force again. This is big if they can do it. They went to outpush the waves. Okay, he knows that they're there. Coming over to hunt them down. I like what they did. They outpushed the waves. Bottom, though. You just let him go.
If they jump Force, they're going to lose the tower. But since nothing is happening right now, they're backing away from bottom, suspecting there's more heroes. But now they see DB. They cancel the TP. Leshrac can't get in. Then they're going to find this kill on Force. They surely have it. Yes, they do. Cox rolling in, and he's got the slow on CML. Targeting the Tusk. Stolen Snowball from Narman. Locking down the Tusk and can't do anything there. So it is a response, but it is a core kill nevertheless for Army Geniuses. Maybe Raji goes down next. Toss, arrow, combo comes flying through. A couple more hits. Oh, they missed the right click from Yowie. Smoke coming out. Onto smoke action from Army Geniuses. But they're going to get overpowered very fast with this smoke rotation. Varish's smoke has popped, and now they're running away. It's the same reaction again. We feel confident in the smoke. We don't feel confident when it pops, and they're trying to get out. They get the TP off of the Mirana, but CML doesn't look like he's going to be as lucky. Avalanche is going to be there. Raji just needs to close in some gaps, but they will let the Tusk live. They're not going under the tier 2 tower without the creep wave. It's still on its way.
That's okay. Army Geniuses are making the right moves not to be run over. They are making a smoke towards top. They see all of the heroes, they back out. Now they know that Geek Slate are together. It allows your Lifestealer to push out the waves. So Geek Slate have had enough. They're like, okay, you don't want to fight us? No problem. We're just going to walk into Roche and force you to do it, or we get a big advantage with which we can dive even harder.
Leap stolen by Rubik. Not the best spell. Allows them to closing gaps. Master catches the arrow while they're finishing off Roshan. DB comes in. He's got the arena. Spear connected. Pango down. Maybe the Leshrac as well. He's still healing with the Bloodstone, but the damage is too much to deal with. Tiny goes down. Roshan still taken by this Leshrac as the Armored forces DB away. It was a good start for the fight. They got the Pango and the Lesh, but they didn't get the instant lockdown. Or the follow-up on the lockdown even. That's what I wanted to say. Varish being chased by Raji. That's a support on support here. One last leap charge. Is it going to save the Mirana? Trying to run away. Track comes in. Crit from Brew. Varish down. But they're just farming the jungle. Army Geniuses, they're oblivious. Force is looking at the tree line. DB shows himself as Cox just popped in. And, well, you said maybe Army Geniuses need to find something. It is they who are found.
Yeah, you can see how Geek Slate are not putting any emphasis in the mid lane. They know they have the tower, and that lane is going to be pushing out. You get the side lanes out, and Army Geniuses suddenly don't have a play.
Stealer trying to farm up. He's got his armlet close to Deso. And going for Shard and Sanj. They are fighting for the DD room. Tiny will secure it. Force jumping on CML. They've got the Shards placed down. Rolling Thunder. Cox is rolling in. Slow on the Tiny. Tiny unable to fight back. He's got his DD room, but he can't use it here. Skim's already taken down CML as they jump the backline. Quick 2 kills for them, and knowing the Mars is down, they don't have a fight. Somebody would show in the lane. Army Geniuses, they're playing the trees. However, Bounty Hunter, he's an expert. He's an expert in forest warfare. We'll find DB. They got a spear. The reinforcements are on their way, but how long does it take for them to arrive? DB, does he get the arena out? He does. It's forced with a BKB, though. He could just walk out anytime. They're still going to battle it through. And CML tried to help him, and he's down 2. Lifestealer being chased by Skim. The stun almost goes out, but the rage is forced away. There is Rubik getting caught in the arrow. Varus will find a kill, but Yowie with that DD rune. Snowball save once again. They're lacking damage. They have a one quick burst to throw, and their lives are going to be falling after that. Lifestealer to fall to Army Geniuses, getting dismantled. There's no army left.
Yep, the task there was like, let's die together, and at least that's something that they do. You know, if we're going down, we're all going down together.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a manly way to lose the game. But ever since that, I mean, this whole game has looked like a disaster for Army Geniuses, but ever since that inability to continue the snowball after the 2 hit kills on the bounty hunter, it was obvious that Geek Slate have started to control the map in a way that Army Geniuses will never get a fight. And there it is, they killed the Rubik, but you're way too deep to get out. It's just very easy to read what's gonna be happening here, because the lead is so big for Geek Slate.
1,000 gold per minute. Every player is technically earning 200 gold more per minute against the enemy team. Yowie will find the Lestrak, and maybe enough for a kill. He's regenerating a fuck ton of HP though, and it just will not go down. Mars being pummeled the next time. DB to go down, and the Lifestealer gone. That's surely game. GG is called, and Geek Slate, they're going to the grand finals.
Just to remind the viewers, this is the upper bracket finals that Geek Slate just walked over their opponents in.